Guess what time it is?
It's time for
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
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 Good morning, freaking fabulous entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
G'day, good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Hey everybody, welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. My name is Adam Rothenberg, and this is a show created for and by entrepreneurs. It's a place where you can come to get your questions answered and to have a sense of belonging so you don't feel so alone on your entrepreneurial journey. I am so excited to introduce to you our host. Kim White is the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team, where she can help show you how to build a business that you own and doesn't own you. And Kerry Zarb is the owner and founder of Zinc Business Solutions, where she shows you how to get in control of your business finances and those recurring subscriptions. So without further ado, take it away, Kim and Kerry.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited, Carrie.
Me too, Kim. And good morning to you, Kim.
Good morning to everyone, Carrie.
I know. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. This is show number 27. Would you believe, Kim?
Amazing how time flies when you're having a good time.
It does, and I cannot get the position of the microphone correct because I don't know if there happens to be a name there or where it is, but this is fun.
I think we better stick to our other mics this morning, Carrie.
Maybe. It's a novelty and one that we can enjoy.
That's right.
So, Kim, would you like to tell everyone your little thing about why we're here and what Good Morning Entrepreneurs is all about and who it's for?
Yes, Carrie. We are definitely excited to be with you this morning. It is for entrepreneurs across the globe to unite and learn from each other. All of our roving reporters bring something that we hope you're taking away with you. And it is definitely for those entrepreneurs who are out there sometimes feeling like they're pretty alone, Carrie. It can be a lonely adventure.
Absolutely, Kim. And we don't do lonely. It's not part of our MO. So yes, for all those that are alone, please don't feel that way. And we hope you keep tuning in with us right here on Good Morning Entrepreneurs, because we're here to support everyone, Kim.
We are, Carrie, we are.
And Kim, do you have your coffee this morning?
I do, Carrie, and I have a confession.
Oh, do you?
It's messy on the outside because I spilled it.
Oh, no.
Just as I got ready to pick it up, it went everywhere. So anyway, yes, I do carry one of my favorite mugs ever, Adam Rothenberg.
Oh, yes. Aww. Well, I hope you enjoy that cup of coffee, Kim. I know it's well deserved, and there's nothing better than kicking off the morning with a lovely cup of coffee. You know how I feel about coffee, Kim?
I do, Carrie, and I hope all the entrepreneurs out there tuning in have their coffee mugs with us as well.
Yes, exactly. So, Kim, I think it's time to step into our first segment, which may be Entrepreneur Land. And we have a common thread again today, Kim. Do you want to tell us about that one?
I'm very excited. The entire show will have that thread or theme of being clear. I think as an entrepreneur, if you're not clear, Carrie, you can get yourself into a whole lot of messes.
Absolutely. Clarity is just so divine, and being clear in what we want out of our business, what we're doing, why we're doing it, all the clarity we can get and continue to get as we go on our journey too, Kim.
Yes, I think that's something that a lot of people didn't know. I didn't know either, Carrie. was that clarity comes over time and over doing things. So we do get clearer and clearer as we go along.
We do. And Kim, I think there's a little celebration on Monday. I believe there's a holiday this coming Monday in the States, which is to celebrate Labor Day.
It is. That's a holiday that a lot of people spend that weekend, like at the lake, or it's kind of the final of the season for the summer. That's usually what it's for, but it came from something much more serious. And I appreciate our Adam Rothenberg getting the research done for us so that we could kind of sound like we knew what we were talking about, Carrie. He pulled some stuff that came from Ree Drummond, the Pioneer Woman's website, and she got it from the History Channel, is what we understand, but that Labor Day was actually created for better working conditions for the Industrial Revolution. And I think another part of it is there's such a span of time with no holidays, no break, that was another reason that they put that in there so that we would have a little bit, of a break. That's my theory, Carrie. That was my little In My Princess opinion.
Oh, Kim, I love it. We have Labor Day here in Australia as well, and I think it falls in, I want to say June, but I know I've got it wrong. I think it actually falls on a different day in each state, so that's why I get confused. I should remember my own, but I don't. But for the same reason, just to give the working people an extra break and obviously recognise the labour that goes into all of our countries across the globe. So I think it's a pretty special day for that reason, Kim. And we just want to remind everyone that if you have questions for your entrepreneurial journey, wherever you're tuning in, please pop those into the chat. We would love to answer those either in a future show, or one of our roving reporters might even hop into the chat while we're here live and assist you with those questions as well, because they're out there and they're watching. So it's really exciting, Kim. And speaking of questions, we have a question from one of our regular viewers, Kim.
I am a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I am here on location in New York City with Angelo. Hi, Angelo. Hey, Adam. How are you? Good. Thank you for joining us today. I hear you have a question for an entrepreneur.
I do. My question is, if someone is already on their journey and they feel like things aren't going quite their way, they're very discouraged, what advice would you give them if they're ready to throw in the towel?
Angelo, I think that's a great question. And Kim, Kerry, what do you say? It's back to you.
Oh, thank you, Adam. And that was a great question from Angelo.
It definitely was. Hi, Angelo. We want to say hi first, that we appreciate you watching. And Carrie, I think this is more common than people want to admit to, that feeling of wanting to throw in the towel. So I do think that this is something really important to address.
It is, Kim, and I feel like it's something that can sneak up on us just as we start to feel like we're getting our mojo and everything's rolling quite nicely. One little curveball can bring that question back to the surface pretty quickly. And I think with today's common thread, clarity, being clear, has a lot to do with it, and staying on the course, going back to your why and the mission and the goals that you have in mind for your business. Wouldn't you agree, Kim?
I totally agree, Carrie, completely. So we hope that you don't throw in the towel, Angelo, and we hope that that helps a little bit. I feel like watching GME or Good Morning Entrepreneurs, so many takeaways that you might find something that sparks you and inspires you today. So we hope for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kim. And thank you, Angelo, for the great question. Kim, let's head over to our first roving reporter, the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, for our health and wellness segment. Over to you, Kat.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Hi, everybody. This is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. You know me as your fitness, health, and wellness advocate, helping you to stay freaking fabulous during your fitness journey. We're going to continue with our in-bed stretches, and we're going to be working the outer thigh. Remember, anything that I put on the GME, or even any other videos, please always make sure that it's appropriate for you and that you have checked with your physician and or your physical therapist before beginning these. So you're in bed, you've done the other 2 stretches, or maybe not. This might be your favorite stretch. So you're laying on your back and you're going to keep your left knee bent. And I want you to take your right knee into your chest and you're going to extend the leg slightly. So it's not straight up and it's not super bent, just a little bit. Take the leg over. You're going to feel your hip lift just a little bit. I'm going to place my hand here. You're going to hold the knee in place. Try to push the back of the hip down. Oh. And if you need a little bit more, pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder a little bit more. And if you feel a pinch in here, take this hand and press the hip away. Remember, stretches are about opposition. And gently relax. Do this to both sides. Hold it for as long as you feel necessary. And I hope these are helping you. So until next time, back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Kat. Oh my goodness, Kim.
This has been a great series she's done of before you get out of bed exercises or stretches for entrepreneurs, Carrie. We sit an awful lot in front of these screens and we do an awful lot of things that are not exactly healthy, I think. And she is helping us.
Absolutely. Kat has got us all under control when it comes to looking after our bodies, especially like you said, Kim, at these computers. Like that's a trap for our bodies. So I appreciate everything Kat's doing for us.
And we want to give a quick save the date for Kat's annual soiree. It is coming October the 28th. So anyone who doesn't already know about it, be sure and connect with Kat because you won't want to miss the party.
Oh, that's going to be a good one, Kim. I'm so excited. It's on the calendar and it doesn't feel like far away, but I'll tell you what, a few weeks and it'll be here in no time because time flies when we're having fun, doesn't it?
It does, Carrie.
So, Kim, let's head over to our next roving reporter, all the way from Tasmania, Linda Bonney, bringing us conversations to entrepreneurs. Take it away, Linda.
Hi, it's Linda coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And today I want to talk about conversation starters and how important it is to ask questions during our conversation. Asking questions is a great way to get to know somebody and to engage and to really start to understand more of the other person's story and what that means to them, and also find common, relatable ways in which you can continue to have a conversation. Great questions might be, how did your parents meet? Or in the more entrepreneurial space, how did you start your entrepreneur journey, and what other avenues and journeys have you had before, and where do you see the world going in the next 100 years perhaps? So some great questions there to get you started and thinking about what we can do to improve our conversation skills and bring out stories not only in others but also prompt them for ourselves as well. That's it for now. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Linda.
So, Carrie, you know that we believe a lot in the human-to-human connection, the relationship building in a business, and conversations are how you get to know someone. I love the questions. Ask great questions so you get to know somebody.
Mm-hmm. And Kim, our Linda happens to have Stories with a Sunday Roast, not only on a podcast but book format as well. This is part 1 of the podcast coming into a readable format, which is super exciting. We're so proud of Linda.
Yes. Congrats, Linda, and Stories with a Sunday Roast, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Good stuff. So you are tuning into Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Thank you for being here with us, and we'll be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial.
This show is sponsored by
Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. Are you an entrepreneur who is focused on making an impact?
But you haven't figured out how to make an income doing it?
We spent years trying to figure out how to do both.
And we realized the business adventure is not a one-size-fits-all. I'm Kim White. I'm the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team.
And I'm Kerry Zarb, Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
And she's a brilliant entrepreneur, by the way.
We both understand how it feels to believe we are the only ones who can't figure things out.
So we decided to join forces so we could get in the trenches with you.
We lead a very special mastermind group so you can be confident in strategically implementing
the right things in the right order so that you too can get the best possible results.
We cover a variety of topics based on what you need,
including building a business that you own and doesn't own you.
We even address themes like social media strategy and simple tech solutions.
If you would like to meet other entrepreneurs who are living proof of what is possible,
come and join us, and the link is below. Welcome back, and thank you again for being here with us. We have a lot more show to get through, Kim. We've got some great segments for entrepreneurs, and we've got roving reporter segments coming up as well, Kim. And today's theme is with the common thread of being clear, having the clarity that we need to be an entrepreneur. And this show is for entrepreneurs and business owners across the globe. So, Kim, we have something special coming up very shortly. I think it's next week, actually.
It is, Kerry, Wednesday and Thursday. There's two different times, Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Central and Thursday at 4:30 a.m. Central. We are hosting an open house. So that is for our Groundwork Brigade. That's our mastermind that's like amazing and open to those who they just don't want to do this adventure alone, Kerry.
Yes, exactly, Kim. I'm excited about open house next week with the two options of the time slots that are available. And Kim, I think the foundational topic coming through is about joint ventures and affiliates, which is pretty cool as well.
It is, Kerry. This week will be really exciting. If you've ever thought about doing something together with another entrepreneur, then this is the one for you. This is like the topic you will love.
Excellent. And Kim, for anyone that's interested to join us for open house, just reach out to us wherever you're tuning in and just make connection, and we'll have a conversation with you and send you an invite to join. So super easy. Awesome. So, Kim, let's go to our next roving reporter because we have Holly Totten, our very own writing coach. Over to you, Holly.
Thanks, Kim and Kerry. This is Holly Totten coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Many times during this writing and publishing section, I talk about the importance of writing a book as an entrepreneur. But today I'm going to ask you to do something for me. I would like you to think about, through your entrepreneurial journey, all of the questions that you've had along the way so far, whether you're new or whether you've been doing it for many years. There are questions that come up all the time. How do I do this? What do I do next? Who can help me with this? And many, many other questions. Now I would like you to think about where you got the answer to those questions. Did you Google? Did you ask other entrepreneurs? Did you maybe read it in a book? We will never know the answer to all the questions, and I would never imply that, because as we grow and learn, there's always new questions coming up. But through your journey, you have gained so much information and so much knowledge that you have things that you can share with other entrepreneurs that have that same question. When you take all of that information and put it into a book, you become the go-to person for them to ask their questions to and read in your book how to answer those questions. And that in turn drives business, your direction. It helps grow your clientele. And that's a great reason to write a book as an entrepreneur. That's all for today, Kim and Kerry. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly.
So let's talk really quickly about our Holly Totten. These are two of her books that have like the stories behind why like these wonderful people are entrepreneurs and doing the things that they are, why they're writing their own books. It's a very, very great thing. But I would like to point out in the book that you're holding up, Carrie, this is a great lead in because Holly's our writing guru. If you'll turn that over and point to the next roving reporter coming up, because I want to connect the dots for a second. Our next roving reporter just finished her book after doing Holly's like new author intensive. So it's like this a magical moment for us to see all the connections. So Holly is your go-to if you want to become a published author and you need to get started.
I love it, Kim. Such a great connector, and definitely, oh my goodness, all these amazing humans we're surrounded by. And with that, we will go to our next roving reporter, who is Denise Millet, our very own findability queen. Take it away, Denise.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Good morning, everyone. This is Denise Millet coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And today's question is, what issue do you address? Your potential customer or client who is out there using a search engine, what issue are they having that you can connect with them about? Because they're going to a search engine for a reason, right? They don't just sit down there and just do like they're sitting and they have nothing else to do with their time. There's something that they're looking for, right? Sometimes it's a worry, it's a concern, it's something about their business, right? Sometimes they're happy, they're excited, they're looking for a vacation, they're looking for something great, fantastic, and you can provide that. Sometimes they're so worn out and frustrated that nothing is going right. You have to pull apart those things that you might be able to help them with. Or it could be something with their family, a concern they have that's coming into their business. It bleeds over into the business. So everything they do in their business is a result of what's they're living in their family, right? And they could just be burnout and worn out. So what is it that you can connect with them about? What thing do you have that speaks to their current issues? I know it's a stretch, but one thing to understand is that if you pick these keywords and they speak about an issue that they're currently having, they're more likely to be out there in search looking for an answer to that. We do this because we want you to be findable. If they can't find you, they can't do business with you. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Denise.
Once again, Carrie, I'm going to say, I know Carrie's waiting for hers to get there in Australia, but I have mine in Texas. And so we want to point that direction. But Holly and Denise, like Holly took New Author Intensive. Denise understood that she knew how to help everyone be findable online. And voila.
There's some clarity and getting clear in there, Kim. I feel it. I'm feeling it.
I'm hoping that everyone watching today, Carrie, is starting to find ways that they are clear enough to share information so others will find them and want to do business with them as well.
Yep, exactly. I love it, Kim. I love it. So let's go to our next roving reporter. We have Yvonne Marchese, our resident age agitator, is in the house. Over to you, Yvonne.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I'm your resident age agitator here to talk about midlife entrepreneurship. Let's have a heart-to-heart about something that's often met with mixed feelings, especially for older entrepreneurs. Let's talk about personal branding. Ew. I know, I get it. It might feel like bragging or putting on a dog and pony show. But here's something to think about. Every one of us already has a personal brand, whether it's shaped by others or by our own words and deeds. I mean, think about it. When you need advice, who do you listen to? Someone with a proven track record, right? Chances are that person probably has a strong personal brand. Here's the scoop on successful self-promotion. First, you got to know your strengths and own your accomplishments. Be real about what you bring to the table. But this isn't the time to fake it till you make it. There's no need to put on a show. It should come as a relief to know that you are enough exactly as you are. And remember, stories matter. Sharing your own experiences, the ups and downs, it makes you relatable and trustworthy. And relating your story to what you're able to do for your customer, that's where the magic comes in. Embracing personal branding can be a bit overwhelming, especially for older entrepreneurs. But you know what? It's time to kick that self-doubt to the curb and step into our power. Personal branding is your secret weapon, and you have the power to wield it. So let's do this. I'll be back next week to talk about how to get started. As a photographer, I help clients all the time to tell their personal brand story through the images on their websites and social media. But the real work starts before a single camera click. I can't wait to take a deeper dive into that. But until then, back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Yvonne. Oh my goodness, Kim.
Well, we may have just experienced in New York, Carrie, like her magic superpowers of doing the photos for the personal branding things. She did an incredible job for us.
Oh, Kim, jelly all round, let me say, because I wasn't in New York. I was still here in Australia, which is kind of a common theme of mine. However, I was privy to be online with you guys during multiple sessions of that weekend, and I could see the magic that was happening in the community by having that gathering, coming together and having those great opportunities. And Yvonne is just a rock star.
She definitely is, and we can't do it like she does, but she says it in a way that we giggle all the time and try to repeat. Carrie, can you do it?
Rock star.
She does this all the time, and we love hearing it. I will say, Carrie, the clarity piece, just for a very quick example, think about a fuzzy picture. If you have a fuzzy picture, it's sometimes hard to tell who's in the picture or what they're doing in the picture. But when you get really clear, all of a sudden it's very clear what is going on, what part you play in that picture. Because you know what? The personal branding pictures she did for us are really seriously off the charts good. So
absolutely. And I've started to see those pictures emerging, Kim, and I'm pretty excited. Still more jelly, but I'm also very excited because, yes, definitely something that we should all be embracing as we get more comfortable with ourselves and become clear to have those photos done. So, good stuff, Kim. Let's head over to our next roving reporter, Melissa Bottorff-Arey, with her segment about marketing to sensitive niches. Take it away, Melissa.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Melissa here, coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and I am the resident impact marketing for niche businesses expert. And today I'm going to pick up where I left off last week, and we'll finish it up next week in a 3-part series where I'm talking about 7 good ideas on how to market your niche business differently than you would if it was a larger or more broad business. So the 2 things that I tackled last week are specifically knowing your market inside and out and how to solve your customer's problem. This week, what I want to talk about is 2 different things: investing in PPCs and rethinking how you spread the word. The first one that I just mentioned is considering investing in pay-per-click ads. And it might sound a little bit easy to understand, and it kind of is. We don't necessarily always have the big budget, nor do we need to blanket our ads into a large audience. We need to be more specific with who sees our ads. Therefore, ads where you actually pay only for the people that click on the ads are more economical and more sensible often for those of us in niche businesses. The second point, which is rethinking how you spread the word, I'll challenge you to think about things that are outside the box. Yes, we should be on social media. Yes, we should have a blog. And yes, we should consider sending out emails on a regular basis to touch with our clients or our customers. But we should also be considering doing lives with people that are in adjacent businesses to us. Like for myself, people that are in the suicide or mental health space. Also, you can consider resharing or reposting ads from your following and using them in a way that benefits your business as well as highlights them. I hope this helped. Until next week, back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Melissa.
I have to say, I know that we sound like the bragging team, Carrie, and we
do.
kind of are.
We are. Mm-hmm.
But we're so proud because this is stuff that y'all listening are capable of. That's what we want to say. And Melissa has like multiple books out. She has multiple things that she has going on. But Carrie, I'd like to highlight this one in particular.
Yes.
This is called Because They Lived, and it is an incredible compilation of moms who have lost like their kids to suicide. So I think it's something that if you are trying to market something that sensitive, it is very important that you don't do it in a creepy way, because these people needed her and the people that are looking for her need to find her, but it doesn't need to be a creepy thing. So I just am super proud of the project she's doing and really all the things she's doing. She has support groups, she has all kinds of things, but Carrie, I just want to celebrate her this morning and say thank you for helping so many people, Melissa. So
ditto, Kim, ditto. Thank you, Melissa, for everything that you do. It is so needed, and we appreciate you, and we're here to support you and others on their journey as well. So Kim.
So Carrie.
What's up next?
Well, I need to introduce the next segment. And let me just say, we're headed into the virtual cafe with our very own rock star podcaster, brilliant entrepreneur, founder and director of Zinc Business Solutions, cover girl, financial designer. Like, can I keep going, Carrie?
No, stop.
It's Kerry Zarb.
Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you for having me.
So, Carrie, we're talking about getting clear on this show. Like, being clear is really important. But I want to bring up something that we did on the podcast not very long ago, if you will let me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've got a choice. So, sure.
So, trusting yourself with your business finances after you've made some mistakes, you weren't clear about how to do something, or you weren't clear about things, and then you get this feeling of not trusting yourself. I really want you to speak to that today, Carrie, because I think until we can get clear about we can trust ourselves, I think we have maybe this cloud that follows us.
Oh, we definitely do, Kim. I've worn that cloud. I've brought it with me. It's hung over me. And sometimes it feels like an anchor, not even a cloud in the sky. Sometimes it feels like we're dragging an anchor mentally, emotionally, all those kind of things when it comes to business finances. And the trust is a huge part of that. Not being able to trust ourselves really weighs heavy. And Kim, we've had multiple conversations on the podcast of late, and they're all starting to morph into each other. However, this one I felt was really significant because of that the progress we can make, where we can start to head, and how we can change that direction for ourselves to be more comfortable with the finances and regain our trust. We need to give the trust back to ourselves when it comes to business finances, and I think we can do that, Kim. Sometimes we just have to do it slowly.
I love this though, Carrie, and I love your encouragement. I would love to go to the commercial for the podcast because Simply Biz Beans is an amazing space in the virtual cafe, Carrie.
Thank you.
In 2022, I started sharing a special tool out to the universe that has since saved this community over $95,000. As your financial designer, I know what it feels like to find random charges on your bank or credit card statement. If you want to get in control of your recurring payments, Simple Subscriptions is the free tool for you. I host a live tour of Simple Subscriptions every quarter. It's completely free for you to attend and get this amazing tool. Let me show you how Simple Subscriptions can save you money and help you track your progress. Come and hang out with me and other entrepreneurs in the virtual cafe and let me show you how you can find those nasty charges and start saving money. Head over to kerryzarb.com to register for the next live tour, and while you're there, grab your free and private copy of Simple Subscriptions so you can get started on saving money.
Surprise! That may not have been the commercial for the podcast, Carrie, but it still was a commercial for you and the tool that you created to share with everyone.
It was really close, Kim. I felt the similarities because I think it's still got my voice, so there's a common thread there. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
So do we have the other one queued up and ready? Let's go ahead and play that one, Carrie.
Take two.
Do you struggle to understand your business finances? Are you sick of not being able to keep up with the beans in your business? Tune in to the Simply Biz Beans podcast for weekly coffee convos about business finances. This is where coffee meets money. Hosted by Kerry Zarb and Kim White in the virtual cafe, we invite you to join us at our table with your favourite brew. Because we understand your finances are as private as your underwear. This is why we share these personal conversations with you so that you can get in control of your business finances. We chat about the real issues we've faced with our flippin' digits and discuss everything in a simple way to help you on your Biz Beans journey. As Princess Kim would say, buckle up, and I'll say, come on, let's go, it's coffee time. Catch the Simply Biz Beans podcast on your favourite podcast channel today.
Well, Kim, thank you, and welcome back, everyone. You are tuning into Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Kim, we need to wrap up this finance conversation, but I feel like I got a double bonus with the two commercials in this edition, so winning.
I love it though, Carrie, because we're very clear on the fact that you are the go-to for finances as entrepreneurs. There you go.
Thank you, Kim. So let's head over to our next roving reporter because we have Donna Bender, our certified givologist and branded product specialist. Over to you, Donna.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on the 5 key aspects of successful gift giving. In a study conducted by the NAC Research Group on the benefits of corporate gift giving between C-suite executives and their recipients, the recipients reported that the number one most important aspect was the thought put into the gift, sometimes more important than the gift itself. There are companies that may think corporate giving is frivolous or a waste of money. Au contraire, my friends, here's why. In 2021, Forbes reported that the corporate gift business reached a high of $242 billion. In a world where business was drastically disrupted during the pandemic and employees and clients were dispersed all over the globe, sending a gift in the mail to say thank you Welcome aboard. We appreciate your business. Job well done is living proof that when someone is acknowledged and valued, they become loyal advocates, brand ambassadors, and can have a major impact on the growth of a company's bottom line. What do you think about this sentiment? It's the thought that counts. Have you ever been disappointed when you received a gift? Think back to when you were younger, or perhaps it could have even been last week, and you were so excited to open up your birthday gifts, and inside was a pair of gloves. Do you recall that sinking feeling in your stomach? Did you think at that moment, oh, it's the thought that counts? So, the same holds true when you're giving a gift to your clients, business associates, and employees. Here's one last tip today. When giving client gifts, the gift is not about you. The gift is about the recipient. What would they like? Not necessarily what you would like. Keeping this in mind will surely set you in the right direction to a successful giving plan. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Donna.
The thought that counts. It's the thought that counts, Carrie.
It's always the thought that counts. Yes, I agree. That's clear.
I also agree that getting something different than what you're wanting is like hard when you get a gift like that.
Oh, every time. And I think sometimes when we even receive the package and you can see the size and the shape, and you might even give it a little shake, and you think, oh, I know what it is. And then you open it up and it's not.
Yeah. Well, Donna has helped us with picking out the right kind of gifts. And hopefully, as we speak, Carrie, there's packages being opened up this morning across at least the U.S. so far, let's say that, with something to say thank you from you and I, saying thank you to our amazing speakers on the summit last time.
Oh, yes. Oh, and there's another one of those coming around too, Kim, but we won't talk about that today. Hold that. Suspense and drama here on GME. So, Kim, let's...
From Donna. We just want to point back to that.
Correct. Sorry. Loop it around. Yes. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. So let's go to our next roving reporter. We have Jill Olish, who is our mama to all mama entrepreneurs. Take it away, Jill.
Thanks, Carrie and Kim. Hi, this is Jill coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs with a segment for mama entrepreneurs. So what happens when you put yourself out there? Just living out loud and being outspoken can be intimidating, especially when you are new at something or just learning. You can feel underprepared and self-conscious. Sometimes so much so that we just don't do the thing we were going to do. You might be a little nervous about setting up a play date for your kiddo because of the fear of being judged as a parent. Or you might be nervous about launching something in your business that you're proud of, but not sure how it will land with others. What is the worst that happens in either situation? You put yourself out there and you learn what does and doesn't work for you or even your audience, or you just do the darn thing, but in a way that is comfortable for you and find out how you can improve for the next time. Maybe you meet at a park that gives you space instead of a house where you might feel trapped for your play date, or you do a soft or private launch for a smaller audience who you know will give you good feedback. Either way, putting yourself or your solutions out there in the world comes with the territory of being a parent or an entrepreneur. Remember, the easy comes with practice, and you have to take that first step in order to practice something. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Jill.
She did such a great job of explaining that, Carrie. I'm so proud of Jill.
Oh, me too, Kim. Honestly, I could listen to Jill all day.
I love hearing the practice, practice, and that is never something anyone wants to hear. Let me just say that.
Yeah. And Kim, absolutely. And I also find it fascinating that we're always practicing. We don't stop practicing. It continues, just like getting clear and finding clarity. It's just an ongoing journey. And maybe sometimes we need to forget that we're doing these things and just do it. Do you know what I mean, Kim?
Yes. Put yourself out there. Is that what you're saying, Carrie?
Maybe. There could be a little bit of that. If someone gives you a little nudge, or there might be an occasional crowbar, you never know. Yeah. You are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Thank you for being here with us, and we will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial. Once upon a time, there was a princess from Oklahoma living a traveling life in Texas.
When along comes an Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
When these two girls from opposite ends of the globe met in February 2021,
even the universe did not know what it was in for.
Determined to solve world problems for entrepreneurs, we still to this day learn just how similar we are.
We have found our passions were too strong not to unite and become the partners in change that we are.
What is a bucket and a boom gate?
So a bucket is basically a category or a way to change how you're looking at something big.
And a boom gate is a way to protect ourselves. Sometimes we need a boom gate to protect ourselves from ourselves.
We have lots of experience of our lifetimes of business, and we want to share that with you.
We look forward to bringing you weekly episodes of the Buckets and Boom Gates podcast. Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us. We are so excited, Kim. We've still got more show ahead. It ain't over yet, folks. And plenty of more segments for entrepreneurs. Today's common thread and theme is being clear. And this show is for entrepreneurs and business owners across the globe. So, Kim, I think we're welcoming someone to the stage, our very own interview king, a media personality, might also be known as the bus driver. There he is, Adam Rothenberg. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Adam. Do you have something for us from behind the curtain today?
Well, I do, Carrie.
Excellent.
I have a story about interviewing actress Mary Lou Henner, who you may know from the sitcoms Taxi or Evening Shade or one of her over 75 Hallmark movies. So I got to interview her in 2021 when her show, The Mary Lou Henner Show, was at Bucks County Playhouse. And I interviewed her while I was in Bucks County. And even though we were both in the same location, we did the interview over the phone due to scheduling issues. So I started to do the interview with her. And I would say after maybe the second or third question, she stopped and asked me if I had seen the show yet. Well, I was scheduled to see the show the following night. So what she asked me to do was if we could reschedule the interview for the following morning after I see the show, because two reasons. One is she didn't want to give anything away for the show in her answers, and then I would get, the show would be spoiled for me for some of the surprises that happen. So I agreed to do that because I would also get a better understanding of then what she was talking about. So I had to have flexibility in my schedule to, in that moment, be okay with rescheduling the interview for 2 days later. And I am so glad I did, because then all of her answers made much more sense and the show did not get ruined for me. I was able to be surprised like everybody else in the audience. So the important thing that I learned from that interview was to have flexibility in your schedule, even when you're in the middle of the interview, and that usually there's a reason that the person is asking to change your schedule around to get a new date. So I was very grateful that I had that flexibility, and for Mary Lou suggesting that we move the interview until after I see the show.
Oh, I love it, Adam. That's a great story.
I think that's pretty amazing that she wanted to not spoil it for you. That just kind of tells the kind of person she is, Adam, that she didn't want that to be ruined. What is it? Spoiler alert? Is that what it's called? A spoiler alert?
Yes.
And we need to make one thing more clear as well for Adam, Carey. He's the bougie bus driver.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And just so we're clear to everybody listening, we're not talking about a bus that's physically on the street. We're talking about Adam keeps all of us in line. And if somebody is stepping out of line, he is the first one that will say, excuse me. Well, he does honk the horn at us from that imaginary bus.
He does. And he does it so well.
Well, there is a true behind the scenes story about what goes on in the community. So it couldn't have been, that story couldn't have been timed better.
I love it. So I think we're ready for our next segment, guys, because we are bringing to the stage Jill Olish, and she's going to be with us anyway. There she is. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning. Well, I'm so excited to bring us into our next segment. We have up next our Princess Speak Vocabulary segment, and I want to share what exactly that is for everybody listening in, because why do we have Princess Speak Vocabulary? So along our entrepreneur journey, we come across some hard or maybe unusual terms that might stick a stick in our spoke as we're going along and give us a hiccup that we might face. So along the way, we've compiled in our community alternative words to help us simplify these terms and make them easier to understand and do business. So this week, we have one of our phrases that goes right along with our theme. Are you giving us your definition first?
I think we lost Jill's audio there for a second. Can you repeat that, Jill?
Kim, am I still gone?
No,
you're back.
Sorry. Can you tell us the definition of "let's be clear," our phrase for this week?
So that is something that we are known for saying if we're not understanding something, or if we need to make something very clear when we're communicating. That is a big communication thing. If we're not clear, we're not forthright, we're not saying the things we need to be saying, then we're not really communicating. And I feel like let's be clear is very, very important in our community, because we need to be clear, period. We need to make ourselves clear.
Thank you. And Adam, would you like to share your take on the definition?
Yes, I feel that let's be clear is to have that, well, I hate using the same word, but that clear messaging, that understanding of what you want to offer somebody, what you want to, how you want to help somebody. So that is my definition. And it can change. Your message, your clarity changes as time goes on. So I just wanted to add that.
Thank you. And I think it's like an onion where I reveal different layers. So getting clear is like peeling back to the main thing that's I have to figure out what it is. So that's how I take the let's be clear, is getting further and further into that clarity. But Carrie, can you wrap us up with your definition of our phrase, let's be clear?
Can I get a little bit spicy? Oh, I'm going to. So when I first came into this community, let's be clear was a little bit confronting, because it's not exactly the same language that we would say here in Australia. So it was like, oh, hang on, that's like, it was, and I knew it wasn't said that way, luckily, because I was hearing it from such sweet people. But I think if I was in a room of strangers and it was let's be clear was put on the table, I think some of us Aussies would get offended. So luckily I was in good company when it was given to me on that first delivery. And now it definitely makes so much sense to be clear and make sure that we are on the same page. And we all need to be clear when it comes to everything. I think instructions, what we want, we're always seeking clarity, looking for more clarity, and getting clear is something that I now enjoy a lot. So yes, sorry about the spicy.
No, I think when you use let's be clear as a weapon, that you're being ugly and saying, pay attention to me, that's not what we're talking about. It's the making sure that when we're having a conversations, we're not talking apples and oranges, we're both talking apples. I think that's the part that I want to make sure everybody understands. It's not the ugly, the back and forth and the ugly.
So we've got a few extra minutes up our sleeves, people. So I think we could do maybe a little recap of today's show. What do you think, Kim? Maybe some final thoughts. Adam, do you have final thoughts?
I do. I think clarity comes in waves and in stages, and as I mentioned, it changes. So like for me, I was going one direction a few months ago, and now I'm going in a different direction in telling these behind the curtain stories, and I'm really enjoying the behind the curtain stories because it's making me dive back into my catalog of interviews. And I just love how it comes and when it comes, because somebody here, I'm not going to mention any names, has been telling me this for almost 2 years, and clarity comes at different times for everybody, and the understanding comes at different times. So there's that.
I love that, Adam. Thank you. Jill, do you have some final thoughts?
Oh, I think today I saw a lot of clarity in all of our roving reporters. They've been doing some things behind the scenes, and it is clearly coming through in their videos today, which I absolutely loved seeing how they are getting clear on how their entrepreneur journeys are going. So that was really cool to see everybody getting clear and leveling up. And yeah, I love that we are the bragging team. That was a great add-on. And I think we're going to have to keep that term for us, because that is exactly what we do with this business, is support everybody that comes through to our community. And I love having the show to be able to do that. So lots of fun on that one today.
Excellent. Thank you, Jill. Good points. And my quick final thoughts are, well, always getting clear over here and just love it. So Kim, some final thoughts from you?
I want to say thank you. That's what I want to say. Is everyone who's listening, thank you for joining us. We hope that you were inspired today by some of the conversations, some of the tips, tricks, whatever you took from it. I hope you go and implement whatever that is. I think that's an important part of this. We're the bragging team, because we're not bragging about us. We're bragging about others. And we want to make that really clear, that's what, let's be clear, that's our motive, is to brag on all these amazing entrepreneurs we're surrounded by.
That was perfect, Kim. I love it. So I think this has been an amazing show. I want to thank all of these amazing humans that we see right now, and also to you out there for tuning in and being with us here on Good Morning Entrepreneurs. It's always our pleasure to bring you this show and have you join us. So we're just so grateful. Thank you.
So we must be clear with ourselves and our messaging in order to be clear with our clients and customers. And we wish you a very clear day. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.